Good morning. Are you Elizabeth May Conway?
Yeah.
And we've met. I'm Judge Middleton. You're
Hi.
here. I kind of lost track of you. You got evicted from your house and I didn't know where you were.
Yeah.
But you got a ticket for being a disorderly person in Three Rivers on January the 9th. Let's take a look at that ticket.
It just says trespass on it.
Let's see what it shows here. I think this was at the hospital.
Yeah.
All right, the ticket says trespass, that's correct. And it's a form of disorderly. It was 2 o'clock in the afternoon at Three Rivers Hospital. Conway was previously served trespass notice to location, issued citation for trespass. How do you plead to that charge?
Oh, I'm not guilty. Because they still see you as a mother. You can still go CC as a. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Ms. Conway, where are you staying?
My Aunt Britta's in Constantine.
All right, so
And then
you're at your
hotels.
aunt's.
In hotels.
And hotels?
Yeah.
Do you have any income?
Yeah, I get disability and I have other incomes than that.
I didn't realize you were getting SSI.
Yeah.
Because you've got a number of unpaid fines from other stuff.
Yeah.
You got $945 worth of unpaid fines.
That's why my license got suspended because I missed my payment.
You were on a payment plan,
Yeah.
and I think you might have made a payment in January. Anyway, have a seat for a minute. Mr. George, the city attorney, stepped out. We'll see what his thought is on this case. I didn't realize you got SSI. I'm glad you at least have some income.
Yeah.
But it's awfully expensive to spend it on hotels.
Right.
All right, you sit down for a minute and we'll wait for Mr. George to come back. Sarah Pattison. Just a minute. Good morning. Are you Sarah Jo Pattison?
Good morning, yes, I am.
You got charged with no insurance. We get lots of those. File 26124. No insurance is a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to a year in jail, fine of up to $500, not less than $200. Plus cost, which would be a minimum fine of $325. Do you have insurance now?
I do.
Do you have it with you?
It's on my phone.
All right. Who's your carrier?
Progressive.
Very good. Do you still live on Erie Street?
Correct. Yeah.
You got $403 worth of unpaid tickets. You got a real old seatbelt ticket from 2007, which is $78. I'm surprised your license isn't suspended. Then you got allowing another to violate the motor vehicle code that you haven't paid from 2024. You owe $325. We can wipe that out with a jail sentence, but I'm assuming you'd rather pay the fine.
Yes.
All right. You haven't paid anything on it. Did you forget about it?
No, I did pay on it.
Let's take a look.
I was making payments and then lost the job and didn't get back into paying the payments.
Okay,
But I made several payments.
all right. Well, let's get back into payments. Yeah, you made a payment. You have that real old unpaid ticket. What's this? Got a domestic violence case. And they gave you a court date of 2/17. We should have caught. Laura, we got a open arraignment for Sarah Jo Pattison, 26194. She has a court date of 2/17. We'll save her a trip and take care of that today. So I'd like that. It fell through the cracks. Sarah Pattison, 26194. Also, we'll have somebody talk to you about your insurance. So have a seat for a minute and we'll come back to your case. I didn't do a very good job of checking these files. All right, David Banks. Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Sure, you as Mr. George. This is another ordinance case. Thank you. Good morning, sir. Are you David Banks?
Yes, sir.
We've met, but I need to identify you for the record. You got charged with retail fraud 3rd degree. It's alleged that in November 11th of 24 and February 1st, that you did a retail fraud at Dollar General. I'll read it the way it's written. It sounds like an underscan, although while the store is open to the public, transfer, remove, replaces, conceals, or otherwise misrepresents price at which property is for sale. Did alter the price of merchandise which was offered for sale for less than $200. This was authorized by Mr. George.
Is it just one count, Your Honor?
Well, I'm trying to figure it out. It was reported at Dollar General, tore off a label from a Mike and Ike package, which is some cheap candy. 10 separate packages of Mike and Ike being scanned in place of other merchandise between 1/11 and 2/11/24. Dollar General employees documented the item stolen by reviewing video surveillance. Total of the amount of merchandise stolen was $555. The video surveillance shows Banks holding a barcode in one hand at the self-checkout, scanning it in place of other items. 2 incidents, one on February 11th and one on January 11th. So they issue this warrant And then you don't get served on the warrant for a year. They entered the warrant in July of 2024, and they didn't serve it on you till January of 26. The whole time, did you live on Fifth Street?
Yes, sir.
No, I got a warrant and they never bothered to do anything with it. This is a little complicated. It involves video evidence, identifying you, multiple incidents, criminal history of previous R&C charges. This is the kind of thing you could probably benefit from having an attorney appointed to represent you. It sounds like they're not going to reduce this to a civil infraction. Sounds like it's a planned scheme is what the allegation is. So would it be your choice to plead not guilty and have me appoint a lawyer for you?
Yes.
All right. Plead not guilty. I don't know why it took them a year and a half to serve this warrant. They go to all the effort to get it. You're living at the same house. They never bothered to serve a warrant. How'd you get arrested when you got arrested in January?
Well, my car was sitting on the street and police just ran the plate. And since the car's in my name, the warrant popped up.
I think you've been in here between then and now.
Yes, I have.
You've been in here with some other people, bringing them to court or moral support. You've been in here while there was an open warrant and nobody even knew about it. I would have arraigned you on it if I'd known about it. But yeah, you've been in here between. Anyway, Mr. George, this is David Banks. It doesn't look like the type of case you would reduce to a civil infraction.
Probably not, just because of the amount.
It's complicated, so I got an attorney for him and set an attorney pretrial. One troubling thing is they got the warrant in July of 2024. He lived at the same house the whole time and they didn't serve the warrant till accidentally it got served in January of 26. That was always a Three Rivers thing. It's been better since the new chief is there. All right, plead not guilty, appoint an attorney. Set attorney pretrial for March 6th. Another gonna be a busy day. I just better assume on the first Friday of each month, I'm not gonna get any lunch. All right, Mr. Banks, we'll get an attorney to help you with. The good news is there isn't a warrant out hanging over your head. The bad news is there's an allegation of a calculated scheme to steal stuff. Maybe if you hadn't used Mike and Ike's every time. I didn't know anybody even ate those anymore. All right, you go with a court officer, we'll get a lawyer, and I will see you on March 6th. It's your obligation to call a lawyer, make an appointment to discuss it with them prior to that date. All right, you go with officer. Mr. George, Elizabeth Conway is here. She pled not guilty to that trespass charge at the hospital. I didn't know what you come up to the podium if you had any idea on what to do with it.
We'd be willing to do a civil infraction.
All right. All right, Miss Conway, what you're charged with is a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. Mr. George, the city attorney, would dismiss that charge if you pled to the Three Rivers ordinance disturbing the peace as a civil infraction. It's like a speeding ticket. It wouldn't be a crime. It would be a civil infraction, and I would give you a fine of $100 and put it on a payment plan with the other stuff that you're currently not paying on. So they would dismiss the misdemeanor if you pled to the disturbing the peace as a civil infraction. The allegation is that you've been barred from the hospital, which is a rough gig, and you went back there that day at 2 o'clock. So they dismiss the misdemeanor if you plead to the civil infraction. Are you willing to accept that plea?
No,
No?
no. I still go there. I still go there to see the hospital there. They see me there. The last time I went there, they were singing a different tune. They felt actually like they did something wrong.
All right, Mr. George, you have any more insight on it?
This was from January 9th of this year.
Yes.
The hospital should have previously served a trespass notice by Sergeant Fuller in September of 2025.
And you're saying you still go to the hospital since this?
Yeah, they see me there. One of the charity guys actually, in January, when the day I was like at that time before I was trying to beat the hell out of me too. So I was very improper the way they treated me.
All right, well, why are you going to the hospital now?
Because I had physical assaults,
So you're going there for medical treatment?
medical for a seizure medicine, and like or have a seizure, or I was physically assaulted, like I was in a neck brace and then stuff like that.
So have you been there since January 9th?
Yeah,
When was the last time she was there?
a week ago. Cop took me in.
Who took you in?
Officer Britton, I think.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna set this for a bench trial. Um, 1 hour. I want you to go out to the counter. I want you to talk about your unpaid fines.
Okay.
I'm not gonna appoint a lawyer for you because I'm not likely to put you in jail for this. I don't need to set a pretrial for it because it's not gonna change anything. They've offered a civil infraction, which is as low as they can go. And you're not willing to accept that. And the irony of it is you've been to the hospital since this, taken there by a police officer, if your story is true.
Yes.
Payment plan and current contact information. All right. You do have some income and you can make some sort of monthly payment on all these previous things. I could wipe them out with a jail sentence. We got an open in talks where you have $325 way back from 2022. You have a domestic violence. It looks like you may have been paying on that one. You have a retail fraud. where you
My
owe-
retail frauds are dismissed, remember?
I don't know, this says it owes $170 and you have a no insurance. You're on a payment plan.
You dismissed all my retails like last May.
All right. Well. The court officer will take you out to the counter and we'll address those matters. Aubrey McCall. Good morning. Are you Aubrey Rose McCall?
Yes, I am.
You got a ticket in Three Rivers for driving without a license ever acquired and speeding. They allege that you were going 40 and a 25
Yes, that's what he said.
on Broadway. That's easy to do down near Dad's place. And that you don't have a driver's license.
I do. My license, I was about 18. It was suspended for unpaid tickets. I had just really had my license. I didn't know much about that. I paid the fines to get it reinstated. There was a hiccup with the Indiana BMV. I've since then taken the steps to get that taken care of.
So you have a valid Indiana license?
Yes,
But you live in Michigan.
yes. I just moved to Michigan not that long ago.
All right. Do you have proof of your Indiana license with
I
you?
don't at this time. No, I can bring it the next court date, if that's possible.
Well, we can do a next court date.
Okay.
I'll try to take
Or
care
when,
of.
however, whenever I can get it to you guys, I can do that.
All right. How do you know you have a valid Indiana license?
I've called and I went to the DMV.
Or did they give you something?
They gave me a paper, but I don't have it right now.
Well, that's not very good. You
I
live right
know.
here in Centerville.
I know.
Um,
I walked today.
okay. What does the paper say?
It's just a paper stating that I had to go do a knowledge test again after I paid the reinstatement fees in April of 25. I didn't know I had to do a knowledge test, which I went and did, and it was the paper stating that I passed that and that I do have a driver's license again.
Well, there's a problem. You don't live in Indiana, but if you have a valid Indiana license, it's valid in Michigan. I guess it's not terribly inconvenient. You just walk back over here. Let's set this out a bit. And you'll bring in proof of license. Is that acceptable, Mr. George? It's not hard to speed right there at Broadway. It's a 25. I think they write lots of tickets right there.
There was, it was snowing out and there was a bike he didn't have any lights on. It was dark out and he was going around me. So I kind of had to swerve around him and I got really scared.
I'm glad you didn't hit him.
No, me too.
All right, today is February the 10th. Let's continue this to February 24th.
And I can bring the proof in then.
Yes,
Okay.
8:30. Defendant will bring proof of insurance. Michigan used to suspend your license for not paying tickets. Frankly, I was in agreement with it. They had two kinds. FCJ means failure to comply with judgment. And if you got a ticket and were convicted and didn't pay it, they would suspend your license. There was another one called FAC, which is failure to answer citation. If you got a ticket and never showed up, they would suspend your license. They don't do that anymore. So there's not a lot of incentive for people to pay their tickets.
Right.
But Indiana will still suspend you for not paying a ticket.
And like I said, I was 18. I just got my license. I didn't know much about tickets of that sort. It was my first one.
Well, there's a chart. If you get this, it could suspend your Indiana license and jam you up for Michigan. So Mr. George is gonna consider reducing these charges if you bring in proof of insurance or proof of a license.
Okay.
Tuesday, February 24th. 2026 at 8:30. Pre-trial conference. Bring proof of license. What do you do, Ms. McCall?
Right now I just clean like family, friends' houses, as a cash paying job. I have 2 children, so, no transportation at this time either. So I'm just trying to kind of get things in order.
All
to
right,
be
you
able
live
to
down
work.
here at the apartments?
Yes, and I'm applying to the nursing home right here, Fairview, and hoping to get in there. I'm a CNA as well.
All right, well, good for you.
Thank you.
That, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if you got a job there, and that would be handy. Not a lot of places to work in Centerville.
Right.
All right, here's your notice. Put that on your refrigerator.
Thank you.
I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Mr. George will be here and you bring proof of your Indiana license.
Okay, see you then. Thank you.
You're good to go. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I'm not sure what the deal is there, but we'll take a look at it 2 weeks from now. Bradley Quay. Good morning, Mr. Fredonia. Now that you're retired, you can take Tuesdays and come visit. Nice to see you this morning, sir. I did not realize you had retired until you told me that. So congratulations on that. Jordan, this is what you can do when you retire. You can just come visit court.
Gonna have to. I don't know if Tim's doing YouTube.
All right, good morning, sir. You're Bradley Aaron Clay.
Yes, sir.
You've got the same ticket as Miss Pattison, which is no insurance. You also got charged with unlawful plate. We get a lot of these combination charges, call it driving while poor. Let me ask you the $100 question. Do you have insurance now?
Yes,
Who's your carrier?
got count
And is your plate squared away?
for the most part. It's in the back window.
What's
I
that?
can't get the other one off, so it's sitting in the back window.
All right, so you have a valid plate and insurance?
Yes,
All right. We get lots of these. Last Thursday, we had 9 no insurance cases. They can now run your license plate and tell whether you have insurance or not. So they run the plate, this car's not insured, they'll pull it over. We get tons of these. No insurance, as you heard me tell Miss Pattison, is a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to a year in jail and a fine of not less than $200 and not more than $500. With state cost and this crime victim rights fee, it makes them a minimum fine of $325. There is a lesser charge known as no proof of insurance, which means you didn't have the slip in the car. That's not even a crime. That's a civil infraction. Civil infraction is punishable by a fine only, and the fine for no proof of insurance is $150. We've probably all done that if we forgot to put the slip in there. So what we do is when people like you are here and you have proof of insurance, we see if we can get the prosecutor to talk with them, have you show your proof of insurance, see if they'll reduce the charge. So you got insurance and plates. Do you still live on Hampton Road?
yes.
I don't think we met before. I don't remember ever meeting you. But let's see if we can get a prosecutor to take a look at this. Laura, would you call down to the prosecutor's office and let Abigail know we got 2 no insurance cases where the people have insurance? So have a seat, Mr. Quay. We'll see if we can take care of this with one visit. We like to, at least I like to, try to do these pretrials, what we call instantly, rather than having you take a day off work and come here again. We try to get the prosecutor to come and review this. The judge doesn't have the authority to change the charge. The prosecutor makes the charge. The judge does the sentence if there's a conviction. So I don't have the discretion to change it. Only the prosecutor does. So we'll need their help. All right, we also have Anthony Vranzovic charged with no insurance. Let's see what his deal is. It's a ticket. He called on the 6th and confirmed the date, and then he didn't show up. File number is 26123SM. The other thing about the no insurance cases, they all have to be written under state statute because they're punishable by up to a year in jail. You can't charge an ordinance case for anything more than 93 days in jail. So these are all state tickets. Stevensovich has failed to appear. Do in order to show cause first. I don't have a phone number.
He's off for the next month. He's studying for the bar, but Angela is doing the
Pre-trial.
pre-trial, so.
All right.
I haven't seen her, but she's down
All
there,
right.
so.
Can we let Angelique know we've got 2 no insurance cases? All right. Yeah, the bar exam is, I think it's the 25th and 26th of February. They have 2 local people taking it. We wish them the best. For those of us that did take it, nobody wants to do that again. Judge McManus he said when he retired, that was young, he was younger, that he would like to take all 50 bar exams.
Why?
I thought, who would do that? But that was Judge McManus would like to go around and take 50 bar exams.
Even the states where they've only got like 3 or 4 essays, they expect like 6 pages an essay.
I don't know.
Oh,
That was 40 years ago or more. But
You got reciprocity, I guess. it wouldn't
yes,
be
I
too bad.
guess. All right, well, let's talk about who isn't here. We've got some more no-shows. No, I didn't, but thank you.
Yeah,
It's
it just
just,
came in.
oh, Mr. Oliver just came in or this
No,
just came in?
that just came in.
All right, Justin Horrell, file number is 26161SD.
I spoke with it, it's on our radar.
All right, very good, thank you, Paul. We get good service here. The assistant prosecutor who's got the knowledge and ability is aware that you're here. She'll be here shortly to talk with you. Mr. Horrell is from Bronson. He's charged with operating while intoxicated. He got arrested on February 2nd and posted bond.